Hello and welcome back to Invincible Asia. I'm George Clark and today I get to check out Unmasking the Idol, released on Blu-ray by Vinegar Syndrome. Don't forget folks, before we go any further, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, ring the bell and all that jibber jabber, and thank you very much for supporting Invincible Asia. Now here's an odd little movie that I never imagined would be part of my collection. I do remember watching it as a kid, I think on television, and I do remember seeing it quite often in ex-rental video stores, like whenever I was shopping around Belfast and things like that. All the different ex-rental stores had a copy of this movie somewhere on their shelves. That movie, of course, is Unmasking the Idol, a movie I don't know a thing about, but I'd always picked it up out of interest. I never did purchase it, although it was only £3 as an ex-rental, but I always found a Hong Kong movie that I really wanted in comparison. Now, it does bring kind of vibes of Indiana Jones and James Bond, some ninjas in there, and of course, a baboon. That's what sticks out in my head, and that's why I decided that this was the right time to pick it up here, because Vinegar Syndrome have put out this gorgeously designed Blu-ray, I think restoration, maybe a 2K or 4K restoration. I'll get into that with you in a wee second. But I was just excited to maybe see it again, and they had it on sale, and I thought, okay, I may as well just, while I'm paying for that postage for one or two titles to come over, I'll throw this in and just go back to it and check it out. But it does look like it's going to be a lot of fun, which I'm very excited for. On top there we have 4,419 off 6,000. Sorry, I didn't know if it was a 6 or an 8. My eyes are clearly going in my old age, as you can see here. So it is a limited edition release from Vinegar Syndrome, but it's a beautiful design. Like, this is really gorgeous, really colorful. Again, done very much, I think, by the same artists who covered their Cynthia Rothrock releases of Tiger Claws, Undefeatable, that kind of thing. And I love that artwork. It is beautiful. Sliding that out there, of course, it comes out with the same design on the cover, which is great. Again, I don't know a lot about it to share with you, but I hopefully will learn when I get stuck into the extras here, because I'm saying there are quite a few. But let me tell you what they are first before I open this up. It is a Region A Blu-ray release, however. Just keep that in mind if you don't have a multi-regional player. So with this comes a newly scanned and restored print in 2K from its 35mm interpositive. Commentary track with director Worth Keeter, moderated by Phil Smoot. The mission begins, wow, a 68-minute extended making of documentary featuring interviews with director Worth Keeter, lead actor Louis Dula, aka Ian Hunter, actor Xiang Tai Tuan, cinematographer Steve Shaw, stuntman Steve Weingard, stuntman Art Newkirk, camera assistant Earl Dixon, and animal trainer Jerry Theron. Reversible cover artwork, limited edition of 6,000, double-sided poster, and English SDH subtitles on there. Also stars Typhoon the baboon. Typhoon the baboon. So really, there's actually not a lot of extras on there. They've just filled that out with the amount of people that are interviewed throughout it there, which is a bit of a shitty move. Commentary track though, and a very lengthy making of. I mean, that's pretty cool. If I'm being honest, I'm very excited to see. I love seeing making ofs, especially when they're quite packed. And this one at 68 minutes, I'm hoping really gives the whole insight as to what this movie was about and how it was made. Let me just tear this baby open, because this could be tonight's viewing, actually. Wee bit of Saturday night cheese, which is wonderful. Cracking that open there, we have got so we have the poster here and the disc, as you can see, but I do notice a reversible cover. Oh, wow. Okay, so the new artwork here, as you can see, which I really love. It is class. And then on the other side, we have some original pieces there, which is definitely more James Bond in flavor than it is Indiana Jones. I quite like that though. So I am going to flip that round. I definitely am going to keep that original vibe to the case here inside, as the slipcase is the new artwork, which I adore. Pop out this poster, of course, because there's not too much more to share with you. And this looks like it is a reverse of the covers there, which, oh wow, this is nice. I mean, I don't know if I'll ever frame it, but just to have that there is pretty damn cool because it looks awesome. Yeah, that is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, Jesus wept. So the adventures of Duncan, Jax and Boone. So this obviously is Duncan, Jax and possibly Boone. I don't think it had any sequels. I mean, I haven't heard of Unmasking the Idol 2 or any more adventures of Duncan, Jax and Boone. But there we go. There's probably a reason behind that. So I will certainly be able to tell you more when I come back from watching it. That poster is now on the floor. Anyway, this is pretty cool. I am excited for it. These VHS style, American VHS style slipcovers that Vinegar Syndrome put out, I have to say I love their solidness. I love the design on them, but I hate trying to get that case back in there because these often pull back the plastic and it damages them. Anyway, I'm going to go check this out, watch that extensive making of, listen to the commentary, and come right back and let you know what I think. So, just back after checking out the Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray release of Unmasking the Idol. I have to say I had a lot of fun with this movie. It's not perfect by any means. There's a lot of slow moments in there, but in terms of the action, it was actually very enjoyable, very inventive, and a lot better, I would say, than the first few maybe American ninja movies. I did feel that it came across a lot better than that. Saying that, the movie itself of course had shades of James Bond throughout there. It had Indiana Jones, the Ninja Mission, if you remember that. It had the Ninja Mission in there. Well, shades of that, I would say. Gymkata, I even picked up vibes from Gymkata, and plenty of IFT, Godfrey Ho, ninja movie madness there. There's a whole mix of things throughout it, which is great. And there's also nods to many other movies. When you listen to the audio commentary with the director, it was very, very good to get an insight as to what changed throughout the movie from the original script. That the movie was initially called Enter the Ninja, not to be confused with the Franco Nero 1981 movie. But it went through a couple of name changes until it settled on Unmasking the Idol. I mean, it's a fantastic movie. It's not something I would rush back to. The print itself was okay. It was good for the most part. I have to say there were some scenes that really looked stunningly restored, and others that it was just like, nah. It wasn't perfect, but it was still really, really good to see. And yes, there is a sequel. There are further adventures of Duncan, Jax and Boone, and that comes with the Order of the Black Eagle, which was made a year later in 1987. The other disappointing part for me, I have to say, was the extensive making of, because it's not a making of at all. This is literally 68 minutes of interviews with cast and crew members, which was fine. Had I known that's really what it was going to be, I was expecting to see more behind the scenes, more physical making of, more shots that were captured behind the scenes of how this fantastically fun movie was put together. But there wasn't, unfortunately. This was literally 68 minutes of interviews with the director, main cast members, and some other some other crew members on their stunts, camera, all that kind of thing. Now, again, fascinating to hear their backstories, hear their memories on the shoot and things like that, and their joy in understanding how much of a cult classic this has become. But in terms of it being a making of or behind the scenes, it really kind of let me down on that. There wasn't too much more going on with that, but yeah, overall I did enjoy it. I'm not going to give it a double thumbs up because it could have been much better in my eyes. I just hope that Vinegar Syndrome, if they haven't already, do put out the sequel, because I would like to see the further adventures of these guys. They were highly enjoyable, and he wasn't a bad lead, I have to say. Very good mover, and plenty of fantastic stunt work and martial arts action throughout it. Anyway, one thumb up from me, but still super glad that I have it in my collection. So thank you once again for watching another video here on Invincible Asia. Don't forget you can check out hundreds of others here on the channel. You can also show your continued support by heading over to my new merch store, or by checking out invincibleasia.com, where you can read my full movie reviews, and follow me on Instagram @InvincibleAsia. Until next time though, enjoy your Kung Fu, and I will see you soon.